Right now, as you watch this video, a man from a small town in Ontario is flying past the moon. His name is Jeremy Hansen. This is his story, and it might just inspire yours. A farm kid who looked up at the sky. Jeremy Hansen was born on January 27th, 1976, in London, Ontario. He grew up on a farm near a tiny town called Aslea Craig. Growing up on a farm teaches you things that classrooms sometimes don't. How to work hard with your hands, how to be patient, and how to solve problems with whatever tools you have. It also gives you a lot of time outside, under big, open skies. Jeremy spent many nights looking up at those skies. He was fascinated by flying and by the stars. So at age 12, he joined the Royal Canadian Air Cadet Squadron in London, a youth programming that teaches young people about aviation, leadership, and teamwork. At age 16, he earned his glider pilot wings in Trenton, Ontario. By 17, he had his full private pilot license earned in Cornwall, Ontario. Most kids are just starting to think about driving a car. Jeremy was already flying aircraft, fighter pilot to physicist. After high school, Jeremy Hansen enrolled at the Royal Military College of Canada in Kingston, Ontario, one of Canada's most prestigious military universities. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in space science and then kept going, earning a master's degree in physics, the science of how the universe works at the deepest level. With his science degree in hand and his flight training behind him, he became a Royal Canadian Air Force pilot, flying the CF-18 fighter jet, one of the fastest aircraft in the Canadian military, capable of flying at nearly twice the speed of sound. But Jeremy Hansen wasn't done yet. He also trained as an aquanaut, which might sound like a strange word. An aquanaut is someone who lives and works underwater for extended periods in a sealed habitat. It's one of the ways astronauts practice for space, living in a closed environment, dealing with limited resources, depending on your teammates for survival. The same skills that keep you alive in an underwater station keep you alive in the spacecraft. The long wait. In 2009, Jeremy Hansen was selected by the Canadian Space Agency as one of only 2 new Canadian astronauts that year. Out of thousands of applicants, he was one of 2. But being selected as an astronaut doesn't mean you fly right away. It means you begin years of training, learn to pilot spacecraft, conduct spacewalks, operate scientific equipment, and much more. For years, Hansen worked as a CAPCOM, short for Capsule Communicator. This is the person on the ground who speaks directly with astronauts aboard the International Space Station. It's one of the most trusted jobs in mission control because during a crisis, the CAPCOM is the only voice the crew hears. Then, in April 2003, NASA announced the Artemis 2 crew. Jeremy Hansen's name was on the list. Jeremy Hansen has said one of his goals for this mission is to inspire young people, especially Canadians, to believe that they belong in science, in aviation, and in space exploration. Space is for everyone, he has said. It doesn't matter where you come from. What could your path look like? Jeremy Hansen's path combined curiosity, hard work, and many different kinds of learning, from flying to physics to diving underwater. There's no single road to space. There are many. We looked these up for you. Here are some real resources you can use right now. Air Cadets. Just like Jeremy Hansen, you can join an Air Cadet squadron at around age 12. It's free, open to all, and teaches you aviation, leadership, and teamwork. Find your local squadron at the Air Cadet League of Canada website. Science and math, physics, chemistry, biology, and math are the languages of space. The more you understand these subjects, the more doors open. Coding and robotics. Space missions depend on computers and robots. If you enjoy programming or building, there's a direct path from those skills to space technology. Reading and writing. Scientists must be able to explain their work clearly. Strong writing and communication skills matter just as much as technical knowledge. Let's Talk Science, a Canadian organization that connects students with real scientists and STEM activities, including space-related programs. Canadian Space Agency Youth and Educators Hub, the CSA runs programs for students of all ages, including hands-on science challenges and resources about Canada's role in space. NASA's Eyes on the Solar System, eyes.nasa.gov, a free interactive tool where you can follow the exact route of Artemis 2 through space right now in real time. You don't have to become an astronaut to work in space. Engineers, scientists, doctors, teachers, communicators, and artists all contribute to space programs. The question isn't whether you're good enough, it's what kind of curious you are. The stars aren't just for looking at. This is the final episode in our Artemis series. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, you can check out our playlist to catch up. We'll be back to space in a few weeks because 2026 is a big year in space, and we don't want you to miss any of it. But first, next week, we're switching gears. Something big is happening in the news right now about trade and tariffs, and it affects the price of almost everything your family buys. We'll break it down so it actually makes sense. If you want to catch that one, hit subscribe so you don't miss it. See you next week.